Hey everybody, how you doing? As you know, if you regularly watch my channel, I've been quite diligent about reporting how the Pfizer vaccine has actually dramatically reduced my arthritic pain. I made 8 vlogs about it. But now I'm making a vlog to talk about Kaiser Permanente, Georgia's attempting to kill black men like me via bad treatment and overcharging. And I'm hesitant to say what I'm saying because I think that Kaiser does what it does here with the idea, in fact, I don't even think they consider the idea that someone like myself is a media person that vlogs, that talks about what happens to him, me, okay? In an age where the internet and blogging activity has been corrupted by this fake objective journalism that's out there. No, tell your story. Say where you're coming from. That's what I'm doing. I know this is entertaining. It doesn't have to do with the NFL draft, but I have to talk about it. I do. And I want to make sure that as I'm doing just that, talking about it, I want to make absolutely certain that I'm sharing this too, so that, hold on a second. I just shared that on Twitter in real time, and I should do so on Facebook as well, but they'll go get there later. I just got my test results back from Kaiser, and blood test, okay? And I went because I was having some pains. I was quite concerned. I'll be 60 this year. I'm Zenny62 on YouTube. Why 62? I was born August 4th, 1962. That's why. But what bothers me is, first of all, I got a nurse practitioner by the name of Surrell in Sallins. And when I went to the doctor's office, I had my mom here. I didn't want to leave her by herself. Didn't need to. It wasn't going to be gone that long, but I brought her anyway. And since I go in, when she goes to see her doctor, I go in with her as well. So this time I figured, why shouldn't mom come in, with me, right? And I'm glad she did, because Ms. Sallins made it a point to tell me and my mother she had to see another patient again and again and again. In other words, she was reminding us that she didn't have enough time she didn't have enough time to listen to me explain in full what my problems were. She made that clear. I have a witness. She made that absolutely clear. And I got her because normally the other person I see, which is Chris Amor, I felt was actually in retrospect better than Surrell, because he would at least listen. But what got me about Chris was when I was telling him about what the Pfizer vaccine had done to me, in a good way, and my request, to be analyzed, he downplayed it. He said, "What are you complaining about?" That's what he said. "What are you complaining about?" And I said, "I'm not complaining. I just want somebody to look at what's happened to me." Oh, and by the way, if you're with Zenny62 and you're watching this, don't just watch it. Tweet it out, okay? And I think I know who this might be on that instance. Do some work, all right? I'm sorry to put it that way, but I'm not exactly in the best mood right now. Anyway, what bothers me about this is that Surrell ordered a blood test, and I was tested for hepatitis C. I thought, and I looked down, and I thought, what is this? And then I did research, and hepatitis C apparently is common in black men. I don't have a history of drug use, okay? I am concerned about cancer. My PSA test is good for a person of my age. I want it to be even lower, but I'm pleased to see it is where it is, all things considered. All things considered. But I mentioned to her, and I mentioned to Chris, my fear regarding cancer. At least Chris had me scanned. Good for him. I thought Chris was my primary care doctor. Turns out I haven't been assigned one. They said I didn't ask for one. Someone else told me Chris was one. He was the guy or person, right? Because it could be a woman too. So my point is, you know, I was told one thing, then I'm told another. But then Surrell has me tested inexplicably for hepatitis C. So you would say, why? Well, it's racist, and she's black. All right? The folks I'm talking about are black. I have never seen more instances of black people who hate black people than the past year and a half. This is a crisis. It doesn't matter if it's matters like what I'm talking to you about or that subway dude, Frank Thomas in New York, in Brooklyn. Or the media that didn't explain, hey, that this guy was making a lot of negative comments about black folks, and he's black. This is the real crisis, folks. Black people think it's okay to give other black people substandard treatment and the worst treatment they can. I don't care what the reason is. It's got to stop. And especially needs to stop in Georgia. Georgia is replete with black folks who act like they don't like other black folks. If you're not in their group or in their church, and it filters into healthcare. This is ridiculous. And in Oakland, you know, I got somewhat better treatment from Kaiser. But then you go to see a practitioner. I've complained about one person who actually turned out worked out at my gym who had these major racist issues. She acted them out. All the way from concerns about payment, paid her, to about my medical issue. And she's a doctor. Okay, I should be able to tell my doctor anything. And thankfully, it's the one thing I give credit to Surrell saying, tell me anything. But when I tell you something, don't then cut me off and say, well, I've got another patient. That's not for me to know or care about. I shouldn't feel pressured to clip my explanation about what's going on with me to the person who's supposed to be my freaking doctor. The best care that I got at Kaiser since I've been here has been from Megan, I think it's Griffin, who's now at Emory, who prescribed meloxicam for me. But I give Chris credit for Chris some more for having all the tests done, including my body scan, where he could look at tumors and everything else. But if I come to you with a report regarding an adverse reaction to a vaccine, in this case, Pfizer, and it's in a good way, don't laugh it off. Not only did he do it, but one of the assistants did too. Oh, we're glad you're walking. Glad you're walking better. Aren't you the least bit curious why? Maybe it can help other people. And if that doesn't beat all, Kaiser has consistently put my medical information not in my name, okay? They did it again, and they keep doing it. Every time I ask them to change it, they don't. It's like they don't want my medical information here to match up with my medical information back home or my other home. If this is happening to you, vlog it. Let people know. I'm sending this around. I don't care who sees it. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. Test me for cancer, but Hep C? You give me a freaking break. I'm going to give you the stereotypical black male test. Why? Oh, because she was in a hurry to see her other patient. Oh, yay. Shh. All right. I now return you to our standard coverage regarding the NFL player selection meeting to be held in Las Vegas. Zenny 62 Media, credentialed to cover the NFL draft in the NAB show, the NFL draft for the 18th consecutive year. Subscribe to Zenny 62 and bookmark OaklandNewsNowBlog.com.